All right, here
Hold
we
on.
go. All right, welcome everyone.
Sorry.
Good to have you with us. Happy New Year.
Hi.
Happy New Year, everybody. It's me in the upper left, Jennifer in the bottom left. That's Karen Kluba in the bottom right, and
Hi.
that big white S is Beth. Ice,
Aw.
icy
That's right.
rain, icy rain in northwestern Illinois is not being our friend today. So Beth will show up from time to time, but when you
Yes.
see that big S, that's Superwoman or whatever. So um, yeah, that's. But we
That's
can hear
right.
her. We can hear her, and she has two engineers in the house to
Oh,
help
God.
her, and still no success.
No. No success.
No.
Too bad.
It's a
Yeah.
higher power out there.
Yeah. So thanks to everybody for joining us for the Springhill Stitch Along start. Yay! And thanks to Karen for joining us. It's going to be fun to talk to you down there in sunny Florida.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cloudy Florida or whatever it is.
Yeah, I wish.
Okay,
All
so
day, yeah.
just a reminder now, you can get your Springhill kits from Needle in a Haystack. WeTalkFiber.com/Springhill will get you to the official page so you can order. So you can order from Kathy Ray. She's closed, I think, till Monday, and then she'll be ready to ship things right out. So you can place your order and do that and join us because this is not going to get done in a week. So joining next week will be no problem. Trust me. It's a Karen Kluba design. They aren't small. So do join us for that, and then also remember the accessory set from that Kathy put together with her laser thing, her laser cutter, and let me go to that. And now this set here is available. It's like $29, and Kathy did that thread holder and the bob. And then if you ordered the kit from her here in the upper right, this little measuring thing that comes with the kit. But then the accessories here, the scissor fob and this are a separate thing. And Kathy has made available two of these sets to give away today. And so that's what's up at the top there. It's the usual deal. Send email to Gary at WeTalkFiber.com. Use the subject line haystack, needle in a haystack, just haystack, and that'll get you in a drawing. That's just for people who watch the live show. So Kathy's made two available, and the winners, I'll draw the winners right after the show, and then we'll send those to Kathy, and then she'll send them to you sometime next week. But as with all things from Needlework Shops, be patient. They are struggling to keep stuff in stock and to get stuff shipped out and get the post office to deliver things. Had a friend yesterday that I learned Kohl's sent her a bill with late charges, and then she got the bill from the previous month. So the mail just is not getting it done, and so they wiped out the charges, but it was here's the bill with late charges, and then I think it was the next day she got the bill from the previous month that she would have paid had she had it. So be patient with these stores because they are fighting a whole lot of different resistance things beyond just simply hours in a day. So anyway, Kathy's made two of these available for us to give away today. So haystack is your subject line. Gary at WeTalkFiber.com is your email address, right up there at the top of the screen, and I'll leave that up on the screen, and you can get you in the drawing, and then we'll do the drawing right after the show. So that's available today, and then I'm going to put us back on the camera now. There we go. And we're not muted, so wonderful. Okay, so right up here, that's where you do it. Gary at WeTalkFiber.com is the email, and subject line is haystack, and that gets you in the drawing for the accessory packs. And as we've mentioned several times, this Stitch Along sponsored by Needle in a Haystack. Kathy made a lot of effort to put together kits for us, and so we really appreciate that. So please support her. and let her know about Fiber Talk as you do it. Now, before we get started with the Spring Hill thing and talk to Karen, today is Jennifer's birthday. If you can't tell, she's decked. So, happy birthday, Jennifer. I think it's her 21st birthday. So,
Thank you.
yeah. Okay, and
That's right.
all right, and we sent a little gift to open up here. We sent her a little gift to open at the beginning of the show, and so she's had to avoid that till now. So,
I know. I've been sitting. Okay, so I'll get it open. It's gonna be noisy a little, maybe.
we'll live.
Crinkle, crinkle.
Let's see. I
Crinkle,
know. What is this? Oh my goodness. You guys are silly. How fun. Hold on.
Just something a little different.
Oh my. Oh my good. It's got a big old. Hang on, I gotta use scissors.
So Jennifer, were you the first baby of the new year when you were born?
No, I was the third in Pueblo. I was born in Pueblo, but I was the only girl. Oh, this is so cute. Look at that. Hang on.
See, now you have two. Wow.
Wardrobe change. Wait a minute.
If
She
you have
needed-
if you have people come in and help you change, we're cutting you off. That'll be it.
That's it. That's the end.
Wow.
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
There we go.
Happy birthday. Look how cute it is.
Birthday girl.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
This is better than the one I bought. Awesome. What is this actually?
Because you know
Hang
you're
on, there's
twice the
something
fun.
else.
You've got to have the best.
Oh,
birthday
check it
crown
out.
Ever.
Check this out too. Hang on.
Can't wear my glasses here.
It's all. And I've got a sash. Oh yes.
Yeah, you needed that sash.
Here,
I'm
just
telling
a minute. I
girl.
gotta do a full
you, go
screen
to full
here.
screen.
Gotta go
Yeah,
full
yeah.
screen. Hang on. Gotta go full screen. There we go. Now you're full screen.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Yeah.
excellent. And it just perfect. Perfect.
A true princess or queen, maybe queen at this
Yeah.
stage.
I'm still princess.
Okay.
Princess
Okay.
Aurora.
All right. There
I
we
always
go.
wanted to be Princess Aurora with her beautiful hair.
There you go.
Thank you. It's so cute.
All right.
Oh, my husband's
Oh.
gonna be like, oh boy.
We shouldn't have encouraged you. Is that what we're going to hear?
Yeah. He's gonna be like, great. Now I just need to get Sophie a little crown for her little head.
Yeah.
She's sleeping. Okay, thank you. It's so
Okay.
cute.
Happy birthday. All right.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Thank
So
you. Now
you
we
just-
can get back to.
Yeah. You just sit there and be a princess for a while.
There's a Sophie. Hi, precious.
Okay. All right. Happy January 1st. And I'll bet you got a lot of
Yeah.
those. This is your Christmas and your birthday present too. Yeah.
No.
No?
Nope. My parents were very good about separating them out.
Oh.
I was in the newspaper though. I should have. I made the newspaper for my birthday. I was the only girl, so I had my little picture in the paper.
There we go.
So I've been famous from day one.
Yeah.
Hey.
You're just special.
Milk it for all it's worth. Milk it for all it's worth. Yeah. Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, we can get back to stitching now.
Now we can go back to stitching. All right. Well, thanks for Karen. Thanks for joining us here. We appreciate it.
Sure.
Talk
Happy
about these.
to.
Talk about these things. So, tell us about. I'm going to put you on full screen, Karen, so everybody can just
Okay.
look at you.
Thank you.
There we go. So tell us
And your
about
background.
Yeah.
tell us about how this all got started, how the design came about, because there's a bit of a story there.
Well, as everybody knows, I go to England quite often, but we visited two different a museum, had a bunch of needlework in Cambridge, and they were having a special display. And I think that's the one where I saw something kind of similar to this, and wow, I loved the fact that it had this huge border, it had this hill in there. So anyway, then we
Okay, Karen,
went to
Karen,
shop.
Karen,
Yes.
you're breaking up here really bad. Jennifer and yeah,
No.
that's all right. It could be any number of things. It's people using the internet to the death. Jennifer and Beth, turn off your videos. Let's see if that helps. Just unclick your video.
Oh,
So we just have sound.
hold on. Ah,
See if that helps. Maybe it's just bandwidth.
it's back. There it goes.
Could be weather moving through our area as well. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay,
Are we there?
I think so.
Okay. So I don't know how much you heard. Yeah, I don't know how much you heard. But I went to a museum first, and they had something kind
No.
of similar, and they let you picture. No,
It's all broken up. Yeah, people are not going to be able to get any of this story. Doggone it.
oh,
Image is perfect, but
I'm wondering if it's the weather that's moving through us.
it could be.
Yeah.
Let's try. Let's see, what can we do? Let's try turn off here. I'm going to go to the picture of the Springhill design and turn off your video, Karen. Just
Oh, okay.
click the little camera so we just have sound, and let's see there.
Okay.
Let's see if that helps.
All right. All right. Does that work then, or am I breaking up still?
No, that seemed to help.
Okay.
All right, try
So,
again. Yep, go ahead.
Okay. All right, I'll kind of start all over. So basically, when we go to England, I do try to scout out and see what's happening there as far as shows and museums. So I went to a museum in Cambridge, and they had a needlework show from, I don't know, like the 16, 17, 1800s. So I saw something that was kind of similar to this and thought, wow, I really like that idea of having a big border, the hill, and I just, my brain started working about things I might be able to do with that. So then we actually went to another small needlework shop that sells just, it was like a museum in itself, but she sells lots of antique samplers. So again, it was kind of, they had something that was similar to this. So the idea just kept going. And then we're driving through Oxford, which is where my daughter was in the hospital at the time. And I'm reading street signs, and I always look for fun names that I can name my samplers, because that's the hardest part for me. I can design all day, but naming one doesn't always happen. So, but I saw this place called Summer Hill, and I thought, I could have a spring hill, a summer hill, an autumn hill, a winter hill. So another series was born. So here we are. And basically, they're all the exact same size. I used different fabrics whenever I'm designing them, but you can use the same thing. And I had one shop the first time that I introduced it that said that they were going to actually try to stitch it over one and match the hills, because I made sure that the hills started off and ended the exact same level on each design. So it's been a fun series. It's not small, but I don't do anything small. So
No.
but yeah.
So then this arrangement with the hill on the bottom and the really two sections going on here, that was
Mhm.
kind of inspired by these designs you saw in the museums then.
Yes, yes. There were, I don't remember exactly the dates, but it seemed to be in that one period that seemed to be the thing that people were doing. It was the trend, I guess, at that point in time, to have these huge borders at the top, and then some kind of a hill with things on it, and it just seemed to be the trend. So I just took it one step further, and so I've changed all the alphabets are all different in there. The large borders are different. They have different flowers and different leaves. The small border, the backstitch border at the top, those are all different, of course. The trees on the top of the hill, the trees on the sides, the critters on the hill, the borders that are at the bottom of the hill are all different. They kind of reflect more about what season it is what I'm trying to do with it.
Yeah.
So I have the Spring Hill obviously has been released. The Summer Hill will be released in Nashville if we get to have it, or that month in May. And then Autumn Hill is being stitched, and Winter Hill I have started in the computer but not finished. So
Yeah.
so you got time to work on the first one and keep on going. So but
So May, we have till May, Gary.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yay. I'll get it done. No
So
problem.
the next one happens. Yeah.
Hey, if we do our 2 hours a week, we should be able to manage it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
2 hours a week?
Yeah.
I think so.
Well,
That's
I
the
don't know.
challenge.
Yeah.
That's the challenge. 2 hours a
I was
week.
trying to say, depends on how fast you stitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I'm going to come up short every time. So when you do these other seasons, then spring, then summer, then what do the trees? Same trees? They just get
No,
leafed out more, or does it change?
it changed. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's based, yeah, they change. Yeah, basically the whole thing changes. It's the exact same size. The hill itself is the same size, but I put different things on it and different things in it, like whenever it's going down the hill. So there's a different border at the bottom, and yeah. I changed the trees. I changed the
Okay.
whatever objects is at the top and the critters that are going up the hill, and yeah, all that
Oh.
changes.
Okay, I have a quick
Cool.
question for you, Karen.
Sure.
Did you kind of say that they all kind of, the hills match up then if you put all 4 pieces together?
Yes. So the very side of the hill, right, the bottom and at the side, that number of stitches is exactly the same size in every one of these.
Oh, okay.
But
So
we're
yeah.
getting 4 completely different designs then in the series.
correct.
Okay, that's but the same structure, alphabet at the
That
top,
would be
and
nice.
then
Yeah.
same framework, but different. Oh, okay, that's pretty cool. I thought you
Yeah.
were just going to change the
Yeah.
colors
Yeah.
and make the trees
No.
leafier, and oh, okay, excellent.
No. My brain doesn't work that way. I gotta go all the way.
Oh, that's neat then.
But
Okay,
they're
'cause-
similar enough that they can be. They're similar enough though that they can be placed together if you wanted them to.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I had somebody, I don't remember who, somebody contacted me, and customer, she's probably doing your stitch along, and she asked about, did I change the fabric color, and was everything the exact same size? And I said yes. So I think she wanted to make sure that she had enough fabric of the same color, whatever she was going to use, to be able to do all 4 of them, but on the same fabric. I went ahead and changed the fabric as well, but that's totally up to the stitcher, whatever they want to do. So
yeah,
whatever makes you happy is my motto. If it makes you happy, that's what you should do.
And folks, sorry about the audio. We're able to get through, so I'm hanging in there because I don't know what else to do to improve it, and I'm sure a lot of it is just people using Zoom calls all over the place on a holiday. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So, Karen, let's talk a little bit about one of the questions people have had is, are there specialty stitches? And our message has been yes, the eyelets, but there's so
Yes.
few of them that it's really a non-issue, quite frankly.
Right. Yes, and there, some of them have a few more eyelets. I think it's the autumn one has it's a little bit taller, just because it just matched. But yeah, and quite frankly, if you don't like to do eyelets, just that it's basically 4 stitches, just fill it in as a little square of color, and it'll be fine. So I like the eyelets. For some reason, they all call to me, and I like to pull the threads on that eyelet just a little tight, so I have this little tiny hole there. It's almost like my little thing of hardanger, but not all the way. But for some reason, I always like those. You can, yeah. I just wanted something in there to be other than cross stitch, but it can be all cross stitch too.
Yeah.
So it's totally up to you.
Very, very pretty, delicate little flower buds.
Right.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah. I usually, if I'm going to do any specialty stitches in my charts, that's what I do. I had a lady who was stitching, one of my stitchers. She would stitch up my models for me, and she loves all kinds of specialty stitches. So she and I did some designs together, and those are really intense. If you like specialty stitches, those are there. But I like to keep it simple and just break it up with something, and it gives it some texture. And
What designs are those then? So we can know.
well, the really easy one
Hey,
is
Karen,
12
Karen?
Days of Christmas.
Karen,
Yeah.
Your audio is
Yeah.
getting so bad. Is your husband around? That I'm grasping at straws here that maybe he could take off that background image to see if that's chewing up bandwidth and making it.
We'll do that myself. Let me see if I can figure out how to.
I'm just
Let me see.
guessing.
I will try that. Hang on a sec. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just guessing, but
Or the ceiling fan thing.
she didn't have it.
Florida.
How do I take off that picture in the background? Something is eating the bandwidth where it's selling well for videos. Yeah.
Folks, I know the audio is really bad. We're trying to see if we can find a way to fix it.
Well, I added my video. On my camera, I'd have to click on my camera and then.
Choose background back to 0. Can I look?
Sorry.
Okay, so are we there? Does that help? I don't know where am I?
There you are. Okay, it's just I'm not sure.
I can't even myself, but that's all right.
I don't know. Say something, Karen. Let's see if it's any better.
All right, is that it?
No, it actually is now getting worse. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I'm not now. I mean, we're literally getting nothing.
Oh no.
I mean, it's so broken up. Not sure what to do here.
I don't know.
Well, now that seems.
Should you hang us all up and call us all again?
I could try.
Yeah, that'll work.
Nuts.
There might be a million people in the world saying Happy New Year.
Yeah, right, yeah. Here, let me, yeah, let's, I guess we got nothing to lose but to try that. So I'm going to end the call with everybody and try and save this somehow here. I got to figure out how to. Sorry, folks. We're trying. Okay, folks, I think we're still there. I'm going to try and add everybody back. We're doing the best we can here to make this work. Things beyond our control, so bear with me just a second while we do that. Hope it works. Okay, Karen?
Yes.
There we go. All right. You sound somewhat normal now, so let's.
Hopefully it'll stay that way.
Yeah, let's try this here. I'll add Beth in. Beth, we got you.
Got me.
Got her. Okay. All right. Let me get the birthday girl. Hang on.
I'm trying to get the grid view to work.
Jennifer, we get you? Oh, Jennifer.
They're all encouraging online, Gary. They're like, "Oh, it's gonna be fine."
Appreciate that, folks. Jennifer, speak to us, Jennifer. Jennifer.
Hi,
There's Jennifer. Okay. All right.
I'm here. I've started stitching. Well, I'm
Okay.
testing to see if I want 1 or 2 strands.
All right. Karen, say something. See if it's better now.
Okay, well, I'm back.
Oh, I think we got it. I think we got it. That may have just done it. Yay.
Okay.
Yay.
Hopefully it'll stay that way.
Yes. Ooh,
Yes.
perfect.
Okay. Isn't technology fun? I forget what we were talking about. The eyelets. We're talking about the eyelets. So, when you were, so you were saying, Karen, you can just.
Lots of
Hello. Oh, this is not good. Not good.
pieces that you designed that have lots of different
It's not working at all. No, it's terrible. I'm gonna do something really drastic. Jennifer and Beth, I'm just gonna cut you right out of this. And see,
That's
because
fine.
it was clean with Karen in there, just Karen and me. So just to try and save this show here. So yeah, just hang up. You guys just hang up.
All right, bye.
All right.
There.
All right. Are we working? Are we there yet?
Yeah, now see, now you're crystal clear. So
Okay. Okay.
it's
Whatever's
just-
going on is really
yeah.
weird, but anyway.
Yeah.
So you were asking about the specialty stitches. There are several that have a lot of specialty stitches. One that I think of first is 12 Days of Christmas, and it should have been 12 Days of Stitches, because there are at least 12 or more stitches in there, specialty stitches in there. But I did it totally as 12 Days of Christmas. And then I had so many people ask me for the actual words along with the stitches that I send it out both ways. So you get the original chart, which is 12 Days of Christmas, and then then I send a chart with the actual words, so you can do it either way. So that's one of them that I think of. There was another one called oh my gosh, what was the name of that one? Advent Ornaments, I think, something to do with Advent, and it has a lot of specialty stitches, and it has a lot. It's little small-ish ornaments, and they all have specialty stitches. So that one was a lot of fun too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But now, and I put you back on screen now. Now it's working perfectly.
Okay.
So with the specialty, just the little eyelets that are in Spring Hill, what were you saying? Is it just you can just replace it with 4 X's if you don't want to do the stitches?
Yes, because it's basically, you're going over 4 threads whenever you're creating the eyelets, and just going into the center of each one of 2 threads, you're just kind of going into the center and making that small little hole, like I said, in the center of it. So if you don't want to do that, you can simply make it little blocks of color, because every one of those stitches is a different color. So you could just make 4 stitches and just have a little block of color in there, which would be fine. There's no reason to,
Right.
Everybody can do their own thing. So yeah.
Right. And yeah, it was a bit confusing for just about 10 seconds to me, because each one of those is a different color. Each eyelet is a different color, and you've charted all those out. But
Yes.
Watch as people are stitching that. Watch that, because you naturally think each eyelet will be the same color, and they're not. It's kind of a rainbow effect. So
Right.
watch for
Right.
that.
Yes, and I explain that which ones are which. I don't have a chart in front of me to
Yeah, it shows. No, it
explain
shows
that,
right.
but yeah.
It shows. It shows right here, Algerian islets, and then left-hand side of the vines, and then she gives the number for each one, so you can see that.
Yeah.
It just takes a minute to get oriented
Right.
on that, but then she identifies where each one goes. And then what I did is I make a working copy anyway, and then I put the number in so that I could just look at the chart and identify each color as I went up and down. So
Yeah.
whatever works for people. But yeah, that's just a little something that made me stop and think for a moment.
Right.
So that was good. Now, are there areas in this where people might want to pay extra attention when they're stitching, or is it, other than the eyelets, pretty straightforward?
It's straightforward. I find the grassy hill, the grassy knoll.
Yeah.
I found that part a little intense because it's so densely covered. I don't know what everybody does as they're stitching along. I personally have a set of Crayola twistable crayons, right? So I buy a set. I have a set of those, and I color it in as I go, so I know where I am.
Yeah.
Just because I stitch fast, and nobody likes to frog it all back out of there. So that's what I do for myself, and especially on those ones that are very intense. I try to make the symbols so that they're distinctive for each color, and you're not really, so that they're noticeable. And on those dense ones, I try to make them so that some are a little bit lighter and some are a little bit darker to help define those. But it can be tricky to find enough symbols that actually work well that way. So I do the best I can with it.
Yeah, it's
so.
quite. You clearly make an effort to make sure each symbol is very distinct from the others. Yeah, it's
Right.
We don't get a half circle and a 3/4 circle. We get
Yeah.
some of those can get awful difficult.
Oh,
But now
yeah.
I saw that now you have a new website up, and people should go check that
Yeah.
out. Beautiful new website. Just put up over Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been working on it for a month, very intensely. And I had a lot of help from a friend who has a website too. So I could build it on Shopify, and then it's the address is still the same. It's still www.rosewoodxstitch.com. So all of that remained the same. So that made it easy to actually launch whenever it got to be time to do that. But I love it. It's so much nicer. There are a few of my patterns that I do offer the threads and the fabric for. Those are all on there. So I'm still ironing out a few little things, but for the most part, I think I got it. And I've got a lot of things on sale, and it's easy on this website to totally know what the sale prices are. So I do ask that if anybody finds anything that's really weird, send me an email. I had one example because I have some bell pull rods on there.
Uh-huh.
And when I was trying to make sure I had the correct price on there, I had typed in 2 or 3 different things because I had an 8-inch bell pull rod versus a 6-inch. I don't know. But anyway, and it came out to be $6,980 for a bell pull rod. So I corrected that one, but if you want to pay that much, I'll take it. But I don't think you.
Yeah, that's a little steep. Yeah. Websites are so much work, and then you think you got it just right, and you put it up, and then you discover you missed 50 things, and it's just nature of the beast. Yeah. But I picked up on that twistable crayon thing. I don't know anything about those, but you have a set of tips. People should check that out. There's some tips. And that sounds like a real handy thing, because you were saying that you don't have to sharpen things.
No, you don't. They stay sharp, and they're in a little plastic tube, and they just roll down. I don't have one here.
That's all right.
But just like you do a regular, a pencil that you would use, and so it's not a marker, so it doesn't bleed anywhere. And I just kind of designate one pencil for each color as I'm going along, or each symbol as I'm going along, and then I can color it in. So I just find it very helpful for being able to know where I am in my stitching, and being able to glance up and still watch TV while I'm stitching.
Yeah, so. That's important. That's an important feature, yes, to be able to watch TV.
Yes.
Now I'm going to go back to the design now on the screen. Now I'm a top left starter. Is there a preferred way to approach this thing, or does it not matter?
Well, I guess it's whatever works for you. When I'm laying out my patterns, because I don't do great big huge sheets of paper, printed paper. So I always say start in that top left-hand corner for your counting, so that you know how many squares down and over you need to go for that first motif, whatever it may be. So that's what I suggest, just because if you want to follow along pages. I have had some customers email me and say, can I copy this pattern for myself, cut it and paste it so that it's all together and I start in the center. If you want to do that, fine. I appreciate it if you don't share it for my copyright purposes, but if that's the way you like to work, then you feel free to do that. And in fact, when I'm stitching a model, because I print it out on paper, I kind of do that myself. I literally cut and paste it, and then sometimes it can get really big, but I can fold it up, and I don't worry about it. Some of my stitchers like to just, I send them the pages as they're printed, and they do it page by page. So it's really a preference for what you like to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Should emphasize that, because I make working copies. Yeah, be sensitive to that copyright issue, folks. You make a working copy that goes in the trash, and copies don't go to friends. I do it
Correct,
because I like to keep my original chart pristine.
Mhm.
And if in this case, marked up all over, I haven't even stitched one stitch, and I've already marked it all up. So,
Right.
but yeah, protect the copyright. You buy your copy, you use it however you use it for your piece, and then all the things other than chart get thrown away, and they don't get handed off to friends. Let them buy their own, please.
Yes, please. I appreciate that. I did on my new website. I put little labels on each design, because I found out through the grapevine and through some research that there's somebody in some foreign country that is totally stealing my copyright and doing PDFs. And currently I don't do any PDFs. So if there's a PDF copy of something, I mean, I do for maybe little complimentary charts, but not for any of my major designs. They're all still in print. And this guy, I think, was taking it, and then he was selling it on. So it was very disheartening to do that. I think I've got it stopped, but they just pop up in another one, and so I appreciate it if everybody respects all of the designers and doesn't share those things. It's, we have bills to pay too, and we like to keep on creating new designs, and it's not free to do that. It does cost money to do that. So, but.
Yeah, no, it's just an important thing. It's worth dwelling on a bit, because folks, if you see any designers' designs being stolen and sold, not either by them or a local needlework store, please let the designers know so they can chase them down.
Yes.
Report them to Instagram or Pinterest. Pinterest is my that
Etsy.
one. Etsy,
Etsy, eBay, all of them do it, but they will take them down. But a lot of times we designers have to jump through hoops to get them to do that. It's really frustrating, but that's what we have to do. But if you don't buy from them in the first place, they're going to go out of business. So that's much appreciated by everybody.
Yeah, isn't that true? Isn't that true? There's the key step. Do not support them; they'll go away.
Right.
If you buy from them, then you're just feeding the meter, and don't do that. Yeah.
Yes.
But if you see stuff being stolen, definitely let the designers know so that they can take action. And then, of course, anything you can do to report them is appreciated by the designers, because that's sucking up design time, and it takes hours to deal with that garbage.
It does.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the end result is designers get frustrated if there's too much of it, and they quit designing, and then we all lose. That's right. Yeah. Not worth it. Yeah. So please do that. Now, while the sound was really bad, you were talking about the other 3 designs. Let's go over that a bit more, because now it's crystal clear for people.
Okay.
Talk about that. So in May, the next one in this series comes in May at the Nashville show, assuming that happens.
Right.
Or in May in general.
Yes. Yeah. So that will be Summerhill, and I've got the model right here. I can kind of show it a little bit, but anyway.
Okay,
so you can see
hang on, Karen, just a second. Let me get the right deal set up here. Oh, look at that.
So you can see that the critters are different, the borders are different, the flowers, it's I call it the same, only different. So, but that one will.
Oh, wait, no, more of that, Karen, more of that. Wow. Hold that back up just a little bit so we can get more of it. Oh man, look at that thing. Wow.
I don't know, my lighting's very good, but you get the general idea.
It's perfect.
All right.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow.
And So that'll be in May, and then the Autumn Hill is being stitched. I tried to get my stitcher. It's the same girl stitching all 4 of these, and she her husband is ill, and she's been helping at the post office this year, so
Oh, boy.
she's been a little busy. But anyway, I'm hoping that I can get Autumn Hill by the first part of next year. We'll just see how it goes. As soon as she gets it done and I can get it framed, I want to get it out. But then she's got to stitch Winter Hill, and I have the start of it in my computer, but I don't have it finished.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, but they're all on the way. So
Yeah.
and they all use Sullivan's floss, but it'll be different colors, and you can change your floss colors if it makes you happy. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's whatever works for you.
Well, that one makes me want to do the series now. That's
Thank you.
that's very nice. Yeah. So
Thank
let's
you.
okay. So you got a couple new designs you're introducing.
I do.
Here, let me put them up on the screen, and this first one, Plum Tree Cottage. Now these are coming out in January.
Yes. Yeah, I've got am I still in there too? I don't know.
No, I can put
Where
you
we
on.
are.
I can put you on.
Okay, well, whatever. I as long as you.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, we'll have you on.
Yeah. So yeah, and it's these two, both of them are leaflet size, so it's just a bifold book instead of 6 to 10 pages or 12 or 14 or whatever. So anyway, and it's 128 by 98 stitches, and on 32 count platinum, and it's DMC floss. So it's a small little quickie thing. Let me read the verse. There are trees that, let me start all over. Trees are the earth's effort to speak to the listening heaven. So it's just a fun little small one to do.
Yeah.
So that's one of them. And yeah, my shipping gal hasn't gotten them back from the printer, but hopefully they'll be delivered this week. Who knows what
Right.
everything is so messed up. Okay, so this one is called Singing Birds. Where am I? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, back up a little bit. There we go.
Yeah,
there we
I can't tell from where I am.
You're right now.
So this design is 158 by 80 stitches. I think I'm right because I can't read my own writing. And it's on 32 count weeks dyework parchment with DMC. And there is an extra alphabet for personalizing. So keep a green tree in your heart and a singing bird will come is the verse that's on that one.
Okay.
So those are two fun smalls. See, sometimes I can do smalls.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, now, folks, this Karen is allowing us to give away one of each of those. So a second giveaway. So the accessory kits from Needle in a Haystack. The subject line is Haystack, and then if to have a chance to win one of these new designs, Rosewood is your subject line. So GaryWeTalkFiber.com and Rosewood, again, right at the top of the screen. I put them both up there so you can see them. So Karen has made one of each of those, but now you'll have to be patient because she doesn't even have them. She doesn't have
Yes.
them.
Yes. So shops are not going to have them until, the shops are not even going to be able to order them until they get to my shipping gal, which I'm hoping will be this coming week, but who knows what's going to happen with that. But.
And so if you want them, I'm sure Kathy at Needle in a Haystack would be happy to take a pre-order and put together kits for you. Karen will have them on her website as soon as she's able to have them in her hands. And it's going to be the be patient thing again. But this is just for the people watching the live show. Send your emails. So 2 emails today, one with subject line Haystack and one with subject line Rosewood. And that will get you in drawings for both of those. The ones from Karen now, she'll send them out as soon as she has them, but it might be 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Plan on a month. Just plan on a month, and then you won't be unhappy.
Yeah.
So thank you, Karen, for that. So both
You're
of
welcome.
those, let's go back to that first one because that's my favorite of the two, and so
Okay.
I'm just going to be selfish. So
Yep, that's
so
right.
that one's my favorite. So where
Thank you.
do these ideas come from then? Just your
I
head.
don't know.
Just your
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, some days when I don't have anything specific in mind that I want to design. I just kind of play around with creating just motifs and just have fun with what I can do with different things, flowers and I don't know, the birds are kind of consistent, the butterflies are kind of consistent, but I can play around with those too. And making trees, because I love trees. So I just kept playing around, and pretty soon I decided I need to put all this together. So that happens quite often. I do look also at a lot of antique samplers. I don't copy them because I don't own them, but I get inspired by those for color. I get inspired by those for, where they put a motif. Some of the houses on some of those are just amazing, and I like to I like to design houses on my needlework. My daughter is taking that to the next level. She's an architect, but but I like to make them in cross stitch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Sometimes they just happen. So I'm working on a whole big series right now of Halloween things that it just grew, and I think I now have at least, I don't remember how many, 15 different little designs, but they're being finished right now. So, but they're all going to be smalls. I know if anybody knows about my Tools of the Trade is one of the smalls, and then the other one is Cats on a Pumpkin. And so they're right in that little less than a 5x7 size. And I have a gal who's doing my finishing that's made them into these little pillows or pin pillows or whatever. So anyway, those are going to be fun, and I've been stitching all those myself. So, but that'll be a little while.
Are you getting treatment for this, making small things that small? I mean, is there a doctor involved here?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because you need help.
Yeah.
Beth asking what inspired the colors on that first one, the one with the house.
Well, this one actually, the title and everything came together kind of at the same time, which is not my usual mode of work, but it was kind of those plum colors that really, am I showing the right thing on here?
Yeah.
On that tree, yeah, that really kind of did it. So yeah, it's one of those things that you never know exactly what's going to come first, the chicken or the egg, Yeah. But this one, it just all came together, and this one I designed in probably an hour, just because once I had those little motifs, I could go get them and put them into the piece, and then pick my colors and just go with it. So that one just happened. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a question I had for you. When you're doing something like that, you've done so many motifs because your catalog is so large. Do you draw from those, or do you go, wait a minute, I got this over here, I'm going to drop this in, or does each one get its own original treatment?
Well, I have this huge file of ones that I've created, and then use them as I need them and color them in as I need them. But I try to mark them so that I'm not using the same motif over and over again.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes well, like I said, with the little critters, the birds and the butterflies, it's kind of tricky to do, although I still try to play with those a bit. And, color can do a lot with that as well.
Right.
But I try not to use the exact same motif over and over again. I'm not going to say I never do it, but I try.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
If nothing else, they give you a base from which to work then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, your catalog is so large that at some point, you got to repeat. I mean, it's just almost
it
unavoidable.
gets hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does get challenging.
Yeah. Yeah. So those two designs then available sometime later this month as soon as you get them.
Yeah.
And so people can call Kathy at Needle and Haystack, and I'm sure
Yeah.
Kathy will be happy to do a pre-order and put together a kit for you. Get them from Karen and get the threads and cloth from Kathy, however it works for you. But those will be available, and so that's pretty exciting. And this, this is, as we talked the last podcast we did a couple months ago. This just kind of your ongoing stream of stuff, just kind of a never-ending stream of designs.
Well, so far, who knows? But this year, I mean, I know it's been really weird for everybody. For me personally, as far as design time, I've had a lot of it. I have one stitcher who's just prolific in how fast she can stitch. She stitches faster than me. So I've got a lot of models stashed around, and some are in the frame shop and some are already ready, but I can't put them all out there at the same time. It's just too overwhelming. So
right.
for lots of reasons it is. So they'll just be released as they are. But right now I probably have 1.5 to 2 years worth of models ready.
Wow.
And it's just because of this. I mean, I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't have friends over, and I have to keep sane. So cross stitch has been my sanity this year, as I think it has with a lot of people. So, yeah.
But yeah, that's interesting. That is an issue where if you put too many out, people don't have a chance to savor any given one. It's just kind of a flood. So you have to control that to some degree. Yeah.
Well, you do, and shops get overwhelmed too.
Yeah,
you know, when we go to the shows, they come to Nashville, and I usually do like 5 designs. I've limited it to no more than 6. But if every designer there, and there's, I don't know, 150 to 200 designers there, or at least booths there, and multiply that out. It is overwhelming. So I try not to dump them all at the same time and spread it out, so that for shops, customers, my sanity, everybody. So.
Right. Yeah. Married daughter asking, how long have you been producing designs?
Well, I just in 2019 celebrated 20 years as Rosewood Manor. So yeah, I did. That's when I did my cookbook and cross stitch patterns book.
Yeah.
was last year. I did another one for my 10-year anniversary, which was Something Old, Something New, which has a lot of the smaller little complementary charts in it that I've used throughout the years and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I oddly enough, I sold my very first design to Jan Lynn, which is no longer in business, but I sold that on my 50th birthday. Literally, the lady called me on my 50th birthday. And so I'm giving away my age, but but she called me on my 50th birthday, and I had sent her my American flag quilt sampler, and what was the other one? Oh my gosh, can't think of the other name of the other one. But anyway, and she said, I would like to sell these through Jan Lynn and as a kit. And she said, do you have models stitched up? And I had American flag quilt sampler stitch, but I didn't have the other one stitched. And she said, well, can you get it to me in a week? And we were leaving to go to Ireland to visit friends. And I said, well, yes. So I stitched furiously on the plane, and anytime we weren't doing something fun with our friends, I was stitching, and I managed to get it done. And I said, I told her what was happening. I said, I'll send it to you as soon as I get it done. So anyway, so they gave me the confidence to feel that I could actually start and be a designer. And I was going to just do it for just for kit companies and royalty. And once I got the courage to know that I could people would really like my things, then I went on, and I went to a seminar whenever, it wasn't Nashville then, it was in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I went down there and went to a seminar there about, so you want to be a designer. And it just went from there. I took a little portfolio, and I met all the Hoffman guys, and all the Witchelton, Mill Hill, all those people, and had a couple of shops that were very encouraging for me and introduced me to people. So it was fun. It was a very heady experience, and you feel like, wow, maybe I can do this. So,
Mary Dorter, if you want to know more about Karen in general, Karen and I have done 2 podcasts. Go to wetalkfiber.com and just put in Karen Kluba there on the left search. We've done 2 podcasts, 2 full hours of Karen Kluba, everything you ever wanted to know about her.
Probably more, yes.
and then there are 2 videos from Nashville shows that where we go around her room and talk about her various designs. And it always cracks me up when I go to your room at Nashville, because other people will have their room set up and they'll have their designs here and there and all spaced out, and yours is just packed because you've got so many of them that you could spend 2 hours in there alone, and it's so much fun. But for people who have not looked at Karen's catalog, it is extensive. Go to her website with a couple of hours to spare, and you can enjoy yourself. She just has an awful lot and beautiful and variety, and we talked about that in the last podcast. Different trends and a variety of designs. You don't get stuck in the rut somewhere. And but go try those 2 podcasts, because in 2 hours we covered a lot of Karen Kluba. Yep. We did.
You did. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's fun. All right, folks, I think we're going to wrap this up. Thanks to everybody for hanging in there through the technical issues, and thank you, Karen, for making the time for us.
Very welcome.
So.
Sure.
To get in those drawings now, right up at the top here, they're both of them. If you want to be in the drawing for the accessories for Springhill that Kathy Ray has put together, Haystack is your subject line. If you want to be in the drawing for the 2 new designs that are coming up from Rosewood Manor, Rosewood is your design. wetalkfiber.com/Springhill will get you to the page to buy your kits from Needle and a Haystack of Springhill. And down at the bottom here, right down there it is, hashtag FT Springhill. That's the hashtag for this stitch along that you can use to post your progress and ask questions and so on and so forth. And if you have a question or have trouble, I'm sure you can write to Karen. But if you have trouble, post it with that hashtag so others will see, and then I'll make sure Karen knows about it so that she can help us out. But either way, I know Karen will help you, and she wants you to have success. So, all right, I think we're going to call it there. Happy birthday to Jennifer. Sorry we couldn't enjoy the tiara for the entire hour.
That was crazy. I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah. So, all right. Thanks to everybody for joining us. Happy New Year. Thank you, Karen. Really appreciate it.
Happy New Year. Take care. Thank you so much.
Yep.
All right. Take care.